Okay, I want to take some videos with some camera angles that I really can't do with a tripod. Now, I've been taking my videos with the cell phone camera and this mount that I picked up off Thingiverse. I don't even know what it is. And if you look, you'll see there's a nut in there for quarter 24, which is a standard mounting stud that most camera mounts use, tripods and other such things. And you see I got a couple of bolts here. So what I want to do is I want to make a universal joint and a clamp. And I'll see if I can't get you some time-lapse videos of the prints for it, but this is what I came up with. First of all, a couple of balls. That clamp over the head. If you look, there's a little bit of a gap. I'll fix that with some glue. And then another set of balls. Get everything lined up. And then a plate with some sockets on it. Then another plate. Now, a lot of the design work I did for this, I literally went and dug up the bolts that I had. Yeah, before I do that, let's grab some of these. I don't know where I got this design from. I went and did this in like Fusion 360, saved it in a file, and every time I've got spare time on a 3D printer, I go and I print them. So honestly, it's not something I can just go and put on Thingiverse. And besides, this is something simple enough that just about everyone should be able to design it. Don't even have to design it on Fusion 360, just design it on there. But there's the concept, okay? Is you can twist it around, you're going to end up being able to put it at any angle. So yeah, just simple U-bolt. And if you ever look at any historic, older vintage camera equipment, camera mounts will always have a jam nut, so that, because they don't always use a nut, they'll use just a threaded hole that's a blind hole. And so to stop damaging it, you end up putting a nut to jam it up there against that, and you move it like this. You tighten it a little bit. You don't tighten it too much because, hey, this is just plastic. And then you'll be able to take and get some range of movement. You notice you can't get a lot to the right and left from this angle. But if you turn it, then you can get completely on there at another angle. So it's not a perfect ball joint, especially because the edges keep catching on the plates. Once I get that glued together, that should fix itself. And then a C-clamp. And this actually doesn't work well, but I'm showing it to you for a demonstration. Maybe I'll do another video later. Put on there. But this does show proof of concept pretty good. And we can put it on there like this. I can learn how to tighten the wrench. And you jam that tight. So now you got, put the camera here. So now I could clamp this onto, in theory, onto one of the round pipes of the shelving storage units that I have. I put it there, and then I get this at whatever angle I want, as long as everything works right. If I really wanted to be fussy, I could take more of these little finger wheels and put them on the nuts to make them easier to tighten, but what's most likely going to happen to this is I'm going to get it set up at one camera angle and I'm going to leave it there and it'll stay that way. And most likely what's going to happen is I'm going to have it just like this so that I can do this overhead shot, but for on the workbench rather than over here at my other desk. And yes, this thing's a pain. You know, if you want something that works effortlessly, go buy it. But if you're just looking for something you can 3D print, get it set up in one spot, crank it all down with whatever wrenches you got, this is probably your best idea. Problem with this is the clamp. Problem is as you tighten it, it bends, and you'll notice I got fairly beefy here, and I believe this is like 4 millimeters worth of perimeter, so it's almost completely solid. But it still flexes outwards, and then it'll push itself out because it ends up being not parallel. And I need to think this over. I might end up making it, instead of a one-piece clamp with a bolt, I'm going to end up making it a two-piece clamp, and then having the bolt here, and then have the two pieces come together, and then maybe take and make some V shapes so that when they come together they clamp and self-center and stuff. But that's too complicated for right now, and honestly I don't even think I'm going to be able to be using something around the pipes. Or even if I do, maybe I'll just make something that's a two-piece that clamps like this, and then I'll have a bump on it that'll have a 1/4-24 nut pocket in it that I can drop a nut in, and then I don't even have to worry about that. If you don't know anything about 3D printing, there's plenty of other videos out there. I think this is maybe $1's worth in plastic. And the finish isn't the best. I'm pretty sure 3D printer experts will look at this and go, what in the world? It's some cheap plastic PLA that I got that I'm trying to get rid of, so I'm printing all sorts of garbage on it. And I thought, you know, I'm going to need them out. Let's try it on this. You know, if this works adequately enough, I'll not do anything different. If there's some major failures with this, hey, I'll go throw in a roll of decent plastic and make some improvements on this. But that's all I have for now. I don't know what else you want to tell you. Leave some comments as to anything you want to know about on the to-do list that I should be doing or not. And honestly, this isn't even on the to-do list. We're still in the setup phase. I mean, I've got a whole bunch of projects of crap that I've collected over the years, and this isn't even on the list. This is one of the things that gets added to the list so that I can actually finish the list. And that's kind of annoying. But have a nice day.